Good morning, Facebook. Happy Thursday to you. I apologize I didn't come on yesterday. We had our training in the morning, and then I just had a ultra busy day. We got done a little late yesterday, just trying to get things ready for today's job. We're doing a big sewer ejector pump, but misunderstood, and I'll get into what that means here shortly. It's just simply misunderstood, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. We've talked a lot about our drainage systems and a lot about venting and about how we keep smells from coming back into the home and how we protect the society and the people's homes from having waste build up inside their home. And today we're going to kind of talk a little bit about some misunderstandings when it comes to drains. We recently had a call to a home where they were experiencing sewer smells in their home. And so the very first thing that we as plumbers will do when we come into the home and we're told that the concern is smell, is make sure that the vents aren't plugged up. That's the very first thing we'll do. We'll just get up on the roof, make sure that there's nothing plugged inside the vent. We'll run a camera down it, inspect it, make sure it's good. The second thing we'll do is check our P-traps. And I want to just kind of explain a little bit differences in these and how they look, so you can kind of get an understanding. And then the very last thing we'll do is we'll check the floor drains and in the utility room, and we'll check underneath the toilets to make sure that the wax rings aren't come apart, because you can get smells from this. And we'll go ahead and explain that. Let's go ahead and flip it around and kind of show you some stuff so you can understand a little bit better. And that was poor planning. Had my case on. All right, so originally in homes, when they started building plumbing in there and they started recognizing that there was smells coming back into the home, they had what they called this. And this is an old drum trap. And basically what would happen is the water would come in here on the bottom, and then it would float up and it would come out. So there was always water inside this drum. Now, these have been outlawed, and the reason is you cannot snake these. Your snake will come into this drum and it'll just continue to build up on itself, and it won't help it. So the inventors of traps started to get together as engineers and started to see that this was a common problem, that people were getting snaked and it was bunching up inside. So they came up with a solution to put a clean out on top. So in other words, you could take that cap off and you could take your cable and snake this end and then go from that end over. Problem with this theory is that metal to metal will rust, especially when it's holding water. And so it came to the point where most people wouldn't be able to get that apart to get that snaked. So they started to outlaw these because there was no way of actually snaking it and keeping it clear in the line. So they did away with the drum trap and came out with something like this, which we all see underneath our sinks. And this is just a common P-trap. And we call it P-trap because if you lay it on its side like this, it looks like the shape of a P. But basically what this is it's a two different part system. So basically you have your dip, which is right here, that's what the professional name of it, and your crown weir, which is this little arching piece that goes into the wall. Now you'll find these underneath your sinks, but what do you find inside the floor?